So I'm here with the one and only inimitable Val Vasilef. It's always a pleasure to chat with you, Val.
Eric, you always make me feel good. I mean, the words that you're using, I'm sure that's something good, right? Am I correct?
Always, always.
Yeah.
Um, I'm always really happy to chat with you. You are the recipient and winner of over 80 some odd health and wellness, physical fitness titles, including Mr. America. And that propelled you to some very unique things and interacting with some really cool people.
Well, in life, and in true and real life, it's just that it enabled me to become successful and made me become meet many interesting people of many classes, and it actually elevated me to be with people of the higher class nature, and I learned a lot from people as such in the business world. So I actually parlayed the training and the bodybuilding and the lifting and the Olympic lifting and everything of that sort, gearing towards uh, a certain goal. A certain
Right.
goal is to have me reach reach a higher level of experience in living a happy life without having to look around and see where I'm going to get the next dollar.
Right, right. One of the things that you did along the way was you created a supplements company built around your foundational product, which is Russian Bear, which is a muscle building and weight gain system for athletes that are training. And that's been a really amazing product. Um, Tell us a little bit about why you developed that and what was behind that thinking.
Well, I was actually burning a candle from both ends by doing TV work. I was had my own television show and 4 years of it, and from also running a company, a couple companies besides doing the television work, I lost like 25 pounds, and
Which was drastic because you'd been a major muscle guy.
yeah, that's true. And I mean, I could have trained all I wanted, but I was still dropping weight. And people were, of course, behind my back, were asking if I had some type of an ailment, maybe a cancer or something, because dropping 25 pounds, I didn't look like the same person.
Quite a bit different.
Yeah.
And so that led you into wanting to formulate something that you could use to enhance a natural way to enhance your bodybuilding efforts and get back into the shape that you were in. Is that right?
That's true. But before I was thinking of formulating anything, I've tried other products in the market,
Mm-hmm.
and every time I tried one, of course, I had high hopes, but all it seemed that I was getting is just nowhere, practically nowhere with it, and all it was doing is just depleting my extra money by buying and trying other products. So what I did was try to reach back and talk to the people who has been in my position and what they know, and also people of knowledge. So
Mm-hmm.
I reached out to people as information from what my uncle has done, who was the Russian Bear and the strongest man in Russia. Uh, and my mother was always talking about him and told me what he was taking, what kind of nutrients he was taking. Then I also reached out to people I knew of Russian descent, and the Russians and the Bulgarians, and I pieced it all together. And also I do a lot, know a lot about nutrition, and I have done lab work in reference to gerontology, retarding the
Mm-hmm.
aging process, and it helped me out. So I made up my own formula.
So it was really a quest to get back in the good shape that you were in. So you did all this research, you formulated this product, and it helped you immensely from what I recall from our conversations.
Well, one of the things that really helped me is not testing anything out on other bodybuilders or any weightlifters. The product I was looking for had to give me strength, it had to give me a good muscle tone, but in a fast way.
In a fast
You know,
way.
I wasn't looking for something down the line for 6 months from now. So
Mm-hmm.
I had to reach out and get the type of ingredients that the people from the other countries were using, like the Russians and the Bulgarians, and they seemed to be always breaking world records. And so I actually formulated this type of a product, and it became very successful to me. I gained back my 25 pounds, and many people thought I was taking steroids, and
Right.
and I was smiling about it, is because the thing is that I don't go that way. I don't go with the steroids. I believe in the natural muscle is because it lasts longer, and also for your health.
Right. Right. Well, along the way, after you developed Russian Bear for your own use and you started promoting it, you ran across some very interesting people. One was a gentleman by the name of John Grimek. I remember you telling me about John.
Yes.
Tell us about John Grimek. Who was John?
Well, John was, I would say, one of the greatest, or the greatest bodybuilder ever in existence. He built his muscles without hardly any supplementation. He was building his muscles where steroids weren't in vogue. And we're talking about in the 40s,
Mm-hmm.
40, 41, and he won Mr. America, he won Mr. Universe. But the best part about John Grimek, he was very agile.
Mm-hmm.
He would be able to do acrobatic performances, and he would also was in the Olympic in the Olympic team.
Okay.
So he utilized his bodybuilding muscles for strength, and he was the master of posing, and also he was the only person that could display his muscles in a way that no other bodybuilder could ever do. He could isolate the muscle and move it from his tricep down to his back to his calf. Now I did see him, which he very impressed me when I was a young boy. I mean, I was like maybe 17, 18. I went to New York and at the Madison Square Garden, and where the Russian team was versus the United States team in Olympic lifting.
Okay.
And we saw him there as a guest poser. And he brought the house down, but we never saw anything like him. And he is, I'd say, one of a kind. There's nobody has ever surpassed him in muscle control, it's called. So,
Well, and you also, in later years, as your career developed, had the chance to meet him. And you had a health and wellness television show. And if I recall, he was a guest at one point on your show, wasn't he?
yes, he was. He usually didn't like to go on anybody's shows, and he was
You were
like,
special, though.
yeah. So he made an exception. I was so happy that he took a liking to me, because I learned a lot from him, and he came on my Val Vasil Health Entertainment show, and he also endorsed Russian Bear products, and by endorsing the product, he's never endorsed any other products. But before he endorsed it, he asked me if he wanted to use it and see how much gains he would get out of it. And so he went as far as not only endorsing the product, Russian Bear, he has also collaborated with me on a training program. So we put the training program in here. It's free into the Russian Bear.
Mm-hmm.
And it tells you how to break out of being stagnant and go into another level where you would receive results instead of plateauing out.
Right.
And you just keep on training and training and training, and the thing is you won't get anywhere. So that's what makes a difference with this Russian Bear tablets. These aren't tablets, and this is a product that will get you what you need in the strength and the muscle mass and muscle tone without taking any type of anabolic steroids.
One-of-a-kind high-tech bodybuilder and weight gainer, Russian Bear, is available everywhere.